Whether you are working from home or going to work, or your kids are in school or learning in your living room, the anxiety of it all right now can be really overwhelming. Christopher Toth is a family medicine physician assistant at GBMC Health Partners in Jarrettsville. He joins us now. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm glad to hear that you're not anxious so that you can give us some tips right now. It seems like we're all talking about anxiety constantly right now. What are some of the common symptoms or signs that we should look out for?
Sure. So anxiety really manifests in multiple ways. One of the ways, and most of the ways that we see this come to fruition, is when we have some sort of interference in our daily lives, whether it be difficulty connecting with at work or difficulty connecting with friends or family, feeling so anxious that it becomes paralyzing in a sense. Some more manifestations might be, feeling constantly on edge, having worry that bothers you persistently each day, day in and day out without outlets. Those are some of the main symptoms that we see with anxiety.
So can you offer some coping mechanisms and strategies, maybe even treatment options for people with anxiety?
Definitely. So with respect to treatments and things, the first thing we always recommend is what can we do at home? So dedicating some time, taking yourself, if you can, out of the anxiety provoking situation, taking a second to do some deep breathing, taking a second to really be present in your current moment, whether that be with your family, with your kids, with your dog, just taking a step back from the anxiety provoking situation. The next resource would be perhaps talk to your family provider. B, talk with the behavioral health specialist. Oftentimes, making that first step in the direction to mitigate the anxiety will really, really be helpful. And we offer a variety of treatment options. Treatment for anxiety is very much individualized. No person is exactly the same. So the first thing that we would do is we would have a face-to-face meeting. We would discuss when symptoms are most bothersome. Some people benefit tremendously from things like counseling. There are a variety of behavioral health specialists that do what we're doing right now, telemedicine, from the safety of your home. Additional treatments might be centered around pharmacologic therapies. It's really an individualized process. We take the time to really figure out how we can best address your needs. And then ultimately, if you don't have a provider, there are a variety of helplines if you need immediate assistance that can kind of get the ball moving in the right direction with respect to treatments.
Great ideas there. And we talked a lot about adults sort of dealing with anxiety, but again, I want to bring it back to the kids. So how do we help students feel calm during this distant learning?
So one of the recommendations I always give is, if possible, try and designate a learning or a workspace. We really want to make that differentiation between work and relaxing at home. Sometimes that's not possible, but perhaps you can set up an area and that will help keep kids engaged in what they're doing at that time, but then we can pack it up, put it away, and transition into our normal living room environments. That can often help kids alleviate distractions, stress, and conflict.
That makes sense. Where can people go for more information? Because these are great tips.
So first off, the CDC offers a series of helpful tips for parents as well as children who are experiencing anxiety. If you're looking for something more personalized, certainly having that first conversation with a behavioral health specialist or with your primary care provider. We live for helping you. So that's why we're in the jobs that we're in. We love the personal connections that we have. So we want to work with you through these different challenges and hurdles. Absolutely. And so often that's the best place to start, as well as asking friends and family. We're all going through it. We're all combating it, and working through it in different ways. And so I would start there and kind of go from there.
And of course, we can check out your website as well, correct?
Exactly.
All right, we can definitely do that. Christopher Toth, thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.